Whether you're into fashion or not, we all need to purchase clothes. Many of us head into a clothing store or shop online and purchase what we need or like without thinking about the resources, labor, and transport it took to produce that piece.
The fashion industry is a $2.4 trillion a year industry that employs about 1 out of 6 people on the planet somehow, be it cotton farmers or sales assistants, which is more than defense, more than agriculture.
That's Dana Thomas, a veteran style writer based in Paris and the author of Fashionopolis, The Price of Fast Fashion and the Future of Clothes.
It impacts us in all sorts of ways. We produce about 100 billion garments a year, but we sell only 80 billion, which means we have 20 billion left over that are just tossed or incinerated. We wear clothes an average of 7 times before throwing them away today. And in China, I've heard it's 3 times. So we go through them, we burn through them in a very casual manner. And because of this, the planet is awash in clothes. We're throwing out more clothes than we ever have before. Our landfills are heaving with them. We're also draining the resources to make them.
The practice of fast fashion is where cheap clothes are speedily made to keep up with the latest trends and styles. Fast fashion pollutes the earth, exploits workers in the U.S. and abroad, and creates unnecessary impulse consumerism for items that we don't really need. Thomas says this practice is something that the earth cannot sustain long term.
It takes 5 gallons of water to pre-wash a pair of jeans so they're soft when we buy them in the traditional method. There are all sorts of impacts like that that are just kind of staggering when you stop to think about it. 60% of our clothes are made of polyester of some sort, either 100% or a blend. And polyester is essentially plastic. It's made of petroleum that we suck out of the ground, and it doesn't biodegrade. So we throw away 99% of our clothes, only 1% is recycled. And of that, 2/3 have polyester and that will never biodegrade. This is pretty terrifying if you think about it. We already have too much plastic. Imagine if we add in the polyester on top of it.
Investigative reports into the terrible working conditions at international sweatshops in India and China has exposed the underbelly of this practice. During her research, Thomas traveled to Los Angeles to tour domestic U.S. sweatshops, where brands like Forever 21 and Ross, among others, produce items so they can tout a Made in the USA label on their clothes.
They get to have the Made in the USA label, but they're filled with illegal immigrants who are paid $1 or $2 a day rather than the California minimum wage, which is about to be $15 a day. And then even when they do their work, they aren't paid overtime and say they're owed $400 at the end of the month. The owner may just come and say, you know what, too bad for you, I'm going to give you $100. So there's terrible cases of what they call wage theft. And the conditions are horrible. I mean, these are sweatshops, okay? They're not as bad as Bangladesh. The buildings aren't falling down, but they're not in terribly great condition either. And they're hot and they're dusty and they're dirty and there's fans blowing everything around and there's scraps of fabric everywhere. And, you know, cotton is incredibly flammable. I am so surprised there has not been one of these sort of Tazreen-like fires in downtown L.A. because they are fire traps.
Writers like Thomas are exposing how fast fashion is produced everywhere across the world, and not just where we would think. But with this growing awareness, are consumers actually shifting the way they shop?
I do believe consumers, especially millennials, are very more sustainable minded. We have studies left and right telling us that, and then we just feel it and see it on the street every day. There is a generation of young, conscious, and aware consumers who just are demanding that we think more green. And they're really driving the industry to think this way.
With more articles, podcasts, and even social media influencers spreading awareness about the negative consequences of fast fashion, an increasing number of younger consumers are turning to vintage or secondhand shops to find worn-again pieces that are affordable and sustainable. Shopping patterns are slowly changing, and some consumers are not just shopping differently, but thinking differently at how they can change the fashion industry.
They're also driving in the way of startups. What I loved when I just was working on this book was meeting all these really great young people in their 20s and early 30s who had come up with some cool new idea or some innovation that was going to just make the world a better place and was either better for humanity or better for the planet or better for both. And they were tenacious and they were optimistic and idealistic in a way that, we were always poo-pooed upon, and they're going for it and they're really changing it for the better.
And some of these new startups are shifting the clothing model through new innovative technology.
As long as we can remember, we've had what we call a linear economy, where we make a product, we use a product, we throw the product away. Take the T-shirt. The cotton is grown, the cotton is woven, the T-shirt is made, we buy the T-shirt, we wear the T-shirt, we throw the T-shirt away. Now, in the circular economy, that T-shirt can be picked up by a company called Evernew, who does the same with cotton as Wornigan does with polyester, and regenerated back into virginal cotton, and then turned into something again and again and again and again.
Before you head into H&M, Zara, or shop online at ASOS, think about the true cost of each item and what you are supporting with your purchase. Quality is better than quantity.
Maybe we should just buy one. Maybe we should buy one Reformation dress at $200 instead of 10 for $20 at one of the fast fashion brands. And wear it longer, cherish it and love it. When we tire of it, swap it with a friend, put it on resale. It has value. You don't throw it away. You resell it. You put it back into circulation somehow. If you only pay $20 for it, you're cavalier with it. You throw it in the trash. We have to get away from that mentality.
Explore your local community for secondhand clothing stores, or do a quick online search into sustainable clothing brands when you're in search of a new piece to add to your wardrobe. To find out more about this topic and our guest, Dana Thomas, and her new book, Fashionopolis, The Price of Fast Fashion and the Future of Clothes, visit viewpointsradio.org. This segment is written and produced by Amira Zaveri. Studio production by Jason Dickey. I'm Marty Peterson.
Viewpoints returns in just a moment.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-835-1478. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-835-1478. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher for donating. Call now, 1-800-835-1478. That's 1-800-835-1478.
Welcome to Culture Crash, where we examine what's new and old in entertainment. With summer blockbuster season firmly in the rear view, the movie-going landscape is entering its most prized season of the year, award season. Already, Jennifer Lopez has earned a lot of Oscar buzz for her turn in the true-life crime story Hustlers, and Quentin Tarantino's fantastic Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a strong contender in a number of categories, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Supporting Actress. But now a whole slate of Oscar hopefuls are gearing up for release and what they hope are long tailwinds that carry them all the way into February 2020. Martin Scorsese's The Irishman reteams the legendary director with stars Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Joe Pesci, and early screenings indicate the movie could be a strong player in the awards conversation, though it does have to deal with the anti-Netflix sentiment among award voters that likely struck down Roma's Oscar run earlier this year. Noah Baumbach's movie Marriage Story has earned rave reviews, along with its stars Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, for its portrayal of an agonizing divorce, though Marriage Story 2 is a Netflix film. Among non-Netflix entries this fall, director Marielle Heller's A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, starring Tom Hanks, looks to be on the hunt to earn Mr. Rogers the Oscar Gold that eluded the documentary about the seminal children's TV giant called Won't You Be My Neighbor. Greta Gerwig will follow up Lady Bird this year with an adaptation of Little Women that stars a very Academy Award-friendly cast led by Saoirse Ronan and Timothée Chalamet. Meanwhile, Trey Edward Schultz's movie Waves has debuted to strong acclaim of its own. And then there are the hashtag controversial entries in this year's Oscar race, Joker and Jojo Rabbit. Joker is the WB's off-world take on Batman's arch-nemesis that has gained a lot of attention for star Joaquin Phoenix. Jojo Rabbit is director Taika Waititi's anti-hate satire that features appearances from an imaginary friend version of Adolf Hitler. Both films have earned acclaim and condemnation, with Jojo Rabbit securing the Toronto Film Festival's People's Choice Award and Joker earning the Venice Film Festival's top prize, the Golden Lion. With plenty to look forward to and surely many spirited debates ahead of us, this year's award season is off and running. I'm Evan Rook.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now. 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. Don't fight addiction alone. Their advisors are ready to take your call. Your future is still a bright place. The help you need could be one call away. 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. This call is completely confidential, and if you have private insurance, there could be little to no cost to you. Even if you've already been to treatment, give us a call. There's no need to let addiction ruin your life. Take the first step now. Call your addiction team at 800-279-0419. That's 800-279-0419. Make the free call now. 800-279-0419. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-835-1478. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-835-1478. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher for donating. Call now, 1-800-835-1478. That's 1-800-835-1478.
Thank you for listening to Viewpoints Radio, a production of Media Tracks Communications. If you enjoyed this broadcast, please support our show by subscribing, sharing it with a friend, and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. You can find more Viewpoints stories on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and viewpointsonline.net. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Viewpoints Radio.
Coming up on Viewpoints.
Strawberries are extremely labor-intensive, probably more than any other crop.
Why the strawberry industry is in trouble. Then,
it's hard for us, I think, to imagine what? You can smell cancer? You can smell someone when their blood sugar's going low?
Why dogs may just be the key to early disease detection. I'm Marty Peterson.
and I'm Gary Price. These stories in depth on your public affairs magazine, Viewpoints.